Right, managed to catch up with P3, Charlotte Rangers. Give us your impressions of your qualifying.
Yeah, look, Gary, I didn't I didn't get the result I wanted, to be quite honest. It was a bit of a scrappy qualifying for me. I think I pushed a bit too hard with the pros there, and lo and behold, the last lap where I just actually drove, I got into the 58. So a bit down on myself with that, but more than that, I'm happy. I mean, of the gentleman drivers, I'm the quickest of them, and I'm going to stay with the two lighties. That's not ultimate. So yeah, but more than that, happy. I think we've got a brilliant showing if you just look what's going on at the back here. So yeah, look, this is the start of something big for South Africa, and I'm glad we could finally get this thing off the ground.
Charles, thank you very much, and I'll catch up with you a bit later.
Thanks, Gary.
Right, let's see if I can catch one of the other drivers. See if we can get hold of Stewie. He put it in P2. And I see Michael's with him as well. Stuart White, not too shabby. First out racing this year in this specific car. Putting it on P2. You happy with your times?
Yeah, I think considering quite happy. Firstly, thanks to everyone for making this weekend possible, an opportunity for me and Mike to drive all the cars. I think that's absolutely amazing. Regarding qualifying, quite happy. At least we're first and second, but obviously not ideal. Wanted to beat him, but it's one of those things. It's still a long race. Had a few technical issues with the brakes that hampered us a bit. So happy with P2. I actually expected worse because I was struggling out there, having to pump up the brakes to have it. Otherwise, I was going to the floor. So it's not ideal to drive like that, but we made the best of the situation. And the most important is what happens in the race. So we'll take it from there on.
Mike, Stewie, thank you very much. And I see you got Michael. Just pass the microphone to Michael over there.
Mike to Mike.
Mike to Mike. Not too shabby, young man, putting it up front there. Give us your interpretation of qualifying.
Yeah, firstly, thanks for the opportunity to Isaac and the whole SAGTRA team. What a fantastic start to, I think, what's going to be an absolutely fabulous series. To start on pole position, great way to start, but there's a bigger picture, just than being on pole position. So.
Yeah.
To see so many GT3 cars on the grid and knowing that there are more coming is I think that's the win for today.
Fantastic. Michael, thanks very much. We will catch up with you later on in the day.
Thank you.
Right, we have another man over here who, I don't know, we could say he's responsible for it. I'm not quite sure, but he will inform up. Silvius Cabante in a Lamborghini now, not chasing some other things. Give us your interpretation of your qualifying.
Well, for us it's a learning curve, first time, first race, first time on new tyres, I think, Gary.
Yeah.
So the car we had a lot more understeer than what we had in practice yesterday, and hence I'm talking to my team manager Byron, to try and fault find where and how to resolve the understeer problem, but it definitely cost us some time in qualifying.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, great to be here, great to be racing, great to drive a Lamborghini. And looking forward to the race, looking forward to racing for 60 minutes, and hopefully it can be nice and close racing and lots of overtaking. That's what we hope for.
Super, thank you very much, Sylvia. We'll catch up with you later in the day.
Thank you.
Right, let's see if we can catch one or two of the other drivers. Oh, Mr. Cornelius here. Oh, no, wait, he's busy with that other interview there. Let me just have a look and see if I can get a word here with Son Moodley. And Son Moodley is busy there talking to Charles. See if we can get a mic to him. Right. Son, your qualifying session today in a brand new motor car. She looks beautiful, sounds beautiful. How did you feel about qualifying?
I felt good. I didn't have enough time in the car because we had a problem with the car yesterday.
Yeah.
Something with the fuel on the left and the right of the car. So we found a way to bypass that this morning. But we also had to reduce the traction control and the ABS. As a result, I was a bit cautious, but I think in a race I'll get faster. I'm getting used to the car. It's very nice. I'm enjoying it, so I'm looking forward to the 1 hour race this afternoon.
And your interpretation, get involved in this new series of GT racing?
I like it because it's more fair. Everybody is on the same field, so it's about the driver this time. So I'm going to have to start going to the gym on Monday. Yeah. So it forces me to be more healthy, more fit. And I think it's very nice. We've got a good team, 9 or 10 cars, good start in a friendly city, and the best weather. So what can I ask for?
Son, thank you very much for your comments. We'll catch up with you later in the day.
Thank you.
Right, let me see if I can get these two gentlemen, because these are the guilty parties. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, these are the two guilty parties that have been sitting, strategizing and putting this thing together. But we've had that discussion. You've just finished qualifying in your first SAGTRA race.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
Beautiful. We had a good qualifying. It's first time for everything, for all of us.
Yeah.
This is the first time we've done this. It's first time qualifying. It was a great qualifier. You know, all the guys are excited. We're doing everything by the rules, by the book. Honestly, beautiful qualifying session.
Thank you very much, Collier. We will catch up with you a bit later and chat about some couple of other things. Let me see if I can get hold of Aldo. Now, for those who don't know, Aldo Scabante was a gentleman we interviewed a bit earlier. Aldo? And we've already gone through that, how we came to this part. So I suppose the humorous comment is from a piece of tissue paper to where we are now in your first qualifying.
It's reality. Today is reality. And it's a form of reality TV.
Yeah.
Because
sorry,
it's
just
working.
keep the mic still in front of your mouth.
Okay. I say it's reality TV today. It's actually happening. It's
Yeah.
real. We're all here. We're qualifying. It's great. It's been done. Checks and balances are done professionally. As you can see, the cars have been weighed.
Yeah.
Wayne has insisted that all the restrictors be removed from the cars and be checked, which is important. We had an idea of what the restrictors should be. We just
Yeah.
want to make 100% sure that they actually are that size. It's we're just working through the processes and trying to create a successful series. Start the 10th of April at Desi.
Sure. Well, all the fans out there are wishing you a thumbs up, all the best, and we'll be chatting to you later on in the day.
Thanks, Gary. I just need to catch a wake up a little bit. That younger brother of mine's a bit too fast.
Right, let me see if this man will talk to me. And what I mean by this man, it's only because he's done so much hard work in the background. Let's see if Wayne will take a microphone from me.
That is a warning. Absolutely was to everybody.
Yeah.
Keep it in mind. It's not a championship scoring event.
Very busy talking to one of the mechanics, but I'm sure you'll come and have a chat with us shortly. Wayne,
Oh, sir. What do you want to do?
I want to do this now because I think this is a culmination of the work that you've been doing behind the scenes.
Let's have the class in the background.
Sorry, say again?
Let's have the class in the background.
No, don't worry about that. All right, it's on. This is probably the culmination of the work you've been doing for the last 2 months behind the scenes. Now, a lot of people don't really, well, a couple of us know, but the world out there doesn't know actually what you've done. And I think this is the time you tell us what it took to put this together.
Thanks, Gary. I appreciate the opportunity. Not 2 months. I can tell you right now, 5 weeks. The guys approached me in November last year to say they're looking at trying to formalize GT as a brand and as a class in South Africa. You know, what did I recommend? And I said, look, I think you guys need to put a structure in place. And we had a 20-minute chat, and that was the end of it. And nothing much came more of it, and there wasn't much more to be said. And then over December, when everybody got a chance to calm down and actually sit behind the keyboards, the emails started flying left, right, and center. And before we knew it, it didn't just have a baby; it grew legs and arms and all sorts of other tentacles. So early in January, by the 18th, we'd really had a framework discussion in place, and the drivers all got together and. By the 1st of February, we had consensus from the majority of the GT competitors that this is something they wanted, and this is where this is something that we should look at developing.
Yeah.
So from the 1st of February to where we are now, 6th of March, we've gone and registered a P2I Limited company. We got shareholders, we got bank accounts, we got affiliation documents in with Motorsport South Africa. We got, I think, a 40-odd page rules that we've put together already. The last tweak was this weekend, was the balance of performance. So to get the BOPs to work properly, we had to get a good sample rate of the guys around. So we got 9 or 10 cars here today. We don't have the Ferraris, the Ginettas, or the R8s here yet. So we're looking probably 16, 17 cars already. My gut feel is we'll probably I think, talking to some of the guys, we probably start with 20 at Desi at round 1 next month. So I'm very excited by that. We have a very strong executive in place. We've got Harry Arangis, as you know, with Stradale Motorsport. In fact, I think if you look at the field here today, there might be only 1 or 2 cars that haven't had Harry's hand on at some point in their life in South Africa.
That is so true.
So at the end of the day, I think Harry's he's been instrumental in GT racing. So we've got him as one of our technical directors. We've got Marcel Angel from Cape Town with the Ferraris. Also synonymous with motorsport, also steeped in history, tradition, lots of knowledge. He's another technical director. So between the two of them, they're going to run the sporting and technical department for us. I've got Aldo Scribanti, I don't have to tell you, excuse me, a successful businessman.
Yeah.
He's our financial director, so he's keeping us all on the straight and narrow, making sure that the bills don't just get paid, but only the right bills get paid. So he's doing a good job there. Excuse me. And then I got Isak Spes, who's a promoter of epic proportions. You know, people say if you dream it, you can have it.
Yeah.
I've got to wake Isak up every so often because he's dreaming a lot. And he has really great vision for us and great drive. And, you know, as our chairman, he's putting a hell of a show together. But he's dreaming big. And I think we need to make sure that we are able to realize those dreams because I think they're very doable. They're very doable in my mind. Our show that we're really trying to do here is to grow the image and mimic or replicate best we can the international formula here in South Africa because, I mean, there's international rules, FIA. So we as an executive have made a decision. You can either adopt or adapt rules. We've chosen to adopt.
Okay.
Why? Because it's tried and tested and it works. So the FIA have a set of regulations for GT racing and we're just pulling those in. There's no reason for us to get clever and to do other things. The only addition we're doing is... Sorry about that, noises. The only difference that we are doing is that we're allowing a broader base of GT car to participate. So we're going the GT3, which is our premier class. We're going to do the GT4, as you know, is the production cars with a bolt-in roll cage, principally speaking. And then we've got the GTO class, which will be what we call the open class or old class. I call it the O for old. Everyone else calls it O for open. Either way you look at it, it's the third formula or the third class within the GT.
Just on that, just to help some of the viewers there.
Absolutely.
For those that don't know, that goes to the types of what we want, like a Ferrari Trofeo type car.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
That'll be something like a Trofeo car.
It will be Trofeo cars.
Or a Porsche Cup car.
That's correct.
Okay.
It's designed for all the Cup cars, the Trofeo cars, and for some of the older cars.
Yes.
The older cars that were in their heyday the Premier GT3, but they're no longer. So we've got them here. I mean, we got Harry Arangis is here today in I think an 07 Porsche.
That's right. Yes.
So and when we looked at the BOP, is 1.5 seconds. That was it.
Yeah.
You know, so I think we're getting it right, and we're allowing place for everyone to come and play.
That is true.
So that's it. You know, there was a lot of banter on social media that we are here to replicate the international in its entirety, and I'm saying no. We're not here to replace the SA Endurance Series. There is a place for them. The long 3, 4, 5, 6 hour races, or the 9 hour at the end of the year. So there is absolutely place for all of that. We got I think it's a G&H Transport Series with the Extreme Festival.
Extreme Supercars.
The Extreme Supercars, there we go. That's a 10-minute sprint race. We're not for that either. So we are focusing ourselves to get maximum seat time for the guys who've purchased the assets, and that's the 1 hour races.
Yeah.
So we are joining Roger Pierce's South African Endurance Series this year, and he's kindly given us a place for 2 1 hour races.
Fantastic.
So we're going to have 2 1 hour heats at his event, one pretty early in the morning, and then one just before the feature race. And a lot of our competitors will also participate in the long endurance race, the 4 hour after.
Fantastic.
Which is also fantastic.
Yeah.
So it's one travel cost, it's one setup cost, one crew cost, but it's a full days of racing for the guys. So I think that's the win. And I think there's 3 or 4 of our competitors who love the 10-lap sprint.
Yes.
The G&H Extreme cars, so they're doing that. I think next weekend in Cape Town or the weekend after.
Weekend after, yeah.
Yeah. That's the opening round, and I know a lot of our guys are going to be there for that. So, you know, we're a drivers' association. The company's been structured that if you're a driver, you're an owner of the series.
Yeah.
And the principal concept behind it is that if you've purchased a car, you've invested. You've got skin in the game.
Yeah.
So you put a car on the grid, you get a vote, and you get a share in the business, and that's how the business model works. So I think it's a win. You know,
Fantastic.
all round. Yeah.
Wayne, I'm going to say thank you very much.
Absolute
I know
pleasure.
I know you've got a lot of work to go
No,
and do. So I'm going to let you go, and I'm
Thank you
going to
very
carry
much.
with what I do. But to you and your committee and to all the drivers and the shareholders, just a great thanks for putting an amazing series together, and we wish you all the best going forward.
Thank you very much, Gary. I really, really appreciate that.
Super.
Go well.
Thank
Cheers,
you.
mate.
All right, folks, there you got it. Now you have everything. If you've missed some of the other interviews, please feel free to go onto the site. There's interviews with Kolile. There's other important stuff that we did. And I have posted the results of qualifying, so you can see them online as well. And any questions for these guys, put them in the comment section. We'll pass it on to them and get the answers. So thanks again for watching, and we'll be coming back to you a little later with some more info.